back, and today I'm going to talk about the banning of DJI drones in the United States. So this is a big topic. First of all, I want to say that I did 24 years in the military. I understand why the military has banned the drones and those specific reasons why some of our federal government has banned the drones. But banning the drones for the um, the little guys, like the small businesses, doesn't really make sense to me. Therefore, I'm gonna ask you guys to start getting on the horn. Call your congressman. Start looking up this stuff. You can Google it. The actual ban or the actual bill that's on the table right now is HR 2864, which actually specifically states that that they're gonna try to ban DJI drones in the United States. Now, some places like Florida has already banned DJI drones, and there are other places that are trying it too. But this, if it's not for the government or being used for the government or being used for the military, this is for a small businessman. It's a tool for the small businessman to get a step ahead. DJI is the leading technology in drone, is the leader in drone technology right now. And these are some of the smaller drones are the best drones in the world to fly for a small business entrepreneur, so the little guy can get a step up. So what I'm gonna read to you right now is a summary of what the bill states. This bill requires the inclusion of telecommunication and video surveillance equipment or services produced or provided by Shenzhen Dijon Innovative Science and Technology Company Limited, a Chinese drone maker commonly known as DJI Technologies, on a list of communication equipment and service determined by the Federal Communication Commission (FCC) to to pose a unacceptable risk to U.S. national security. Current law prohibits the use of federal funding available through specific FCC programs for purchase or maintaining a list of equipment or services. The listed equipment or services. So now let's look into this. And now this isn't anything new. This has been there for a while. As a matter of fact, um, this bill was actually on the table last year, and it just got pushed over to this year in the 118. So in May the 24th of 2017, the Navy prohibited buying or purchasing DJI products under what was called a Operation Risk with regards to DJI family of products. Then in August of 2017, the Army prohibited the use of DJI products. In January of 2019, they had a provisional deviation that was done. And then in January the 11th of 2019, all military branches were forbidden to use DJI products. Now, December the 22nd of 2020, there were restrictions put on DJI products through our government, and the January the 27th of 2021, there was a federal government. The federal government stopped giving money or grants or loans or anything for buying any DJI products. In 2022, that's when the FCC started this regulation, and it's a list that they're going on. It's a watch list for DJI, which basically means we're prohibited from using any DJI products in the United States, even a small business user. In 2023, Florida January 2023, Florida banned the use of DJI products in their state. Mississippi banned the use of sales of DJI products in January also. And now this bill, which is HR 2864, and it was a prior bill last year, is now on the floor to be voted on. So what we need to do is band together if you want to use the DJI products. I'll let you know right now that I know about 75% of every place around the U.S. has got DJI products. So let's do this. Uh, until recently, Communist China drone company DJI was the leading drone maker, flying over American skies, and had captured over 75% of the U.S. domestic drone market. However, DJI is now considered a national security threat by the Department of Defense and many U.S. lawmakers. Recently, the U.S. the U.S. federal government banned the purchase of Chinese drones within the federal sector. As a result, DJI's market sharing is falling, and American drone manufacturers like Skyfish are gaining momentum. There are other ones. There are other drone makers out there that are gaining momentum too by DJI falling. I'll let you know right now that the majority of my drone equipment is DJI. I have the Phantom 3 series, Phantom 4. I have Inspire. I have I have the Air 2S. I have the Mini. I have the Mavic Pro, which is actually one of the ones that I used to use for live streaming, and the Air 2S is what I went to now. I mean, I'm not trying to spend a whole bunch of money out there, but I have quite a bit of money invested in my DJI drones. So now you're telling me that all of these people that are out there that have bought all of these drone products from DJI won't be able to use them in the United States. That doesn't make any sense. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is big business, like the big film companies, the motion picture companies, stuff like that, they're just going to take their drones and go overseas and film and come back. That's what's going to happen. And the little guys here in the United States are going to be turned out because they don't have anything. They're using all these other drones that now they have to get reacquainted. They have to go out and buy new equipment. And we're just starting the drone age where you can go get your 107 and then start your own drone company. But we need an affordable drone. And what's going to end up happening on that end is those drone companies that are here are going to bump their prices up because you can't get the DJI drones here if this bill passes. And it's still got a ways to go. It still has to pass through Congress. It still got to go on the floor. It still got to go up to be signed by the president and all that good stuff. But our voices need to be heard now. So what we need to do as independent users of this product, of the DJI product, is, and I'll let you know right now, if I take my drone to a restricted area, it's not even going to lift off. It's not even going to let me pick up and lift off. And if I take it to a non-restricted area, but an area that has limitations on it, it's going to come up and ask if I have the right to fly in that area. And when I say yes, I'm taking the responsibility of flying in that area. If I do something stupid, it's on me. So they're going to come to me. But right now, they're taking that out of our hands. They're telling us who we have to buy from and who we have to buy to. Now, like I said at the beginning of this, I understand the military's input on this because I was in for so long, and I understand some of those things, some of those threats that may arise. And for the military, blessings on you. Don't do it because this is from a foreign country. But for those little guys that are just out there trying to make a buck, flying drones and getting their drone license, because it's going to take that little guy a long time anyway to be noticed as a drone pilot, because experience is what counts, and you have to have that experience. But if you're flying a drone that you have to technically operate all the time, it's going to end up making a bunch of people not want to be in the drone industry. And that's a shame because we have creators, content creators out there that are banging at the doors with ideas and things. And we always have these ideas coming out and stuff. You'll never know what's going to happen. You got you got people flying FPV. I have an FPV myself, and they're doing all kinds of different content stuff. And not only is that gonna hinder the small business person, but even the larger business person might go out and say, okay, well, we don't need a drone shot. We could do this. And then all of a sudden, we're coming back to where we were before. This, and I understand there are people out there with bad habits and bad ways, but we're talking about the little business person who wants to get out there and do what they can do and be who they can be. So I'm asking you guys, talk to your congressperson, talk to the people that actually um, brought this on the floor, and that's Representative. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Uh, Representative Elsie Stiffrank, I guess it is. She brought it to the floor. So let's get that taken care of. Start flooding their inbox. Call your congressman. Start flooding their inboxes. Start letting them know, hey, we don't want this for us. We understand the government needs it. We understand that the federal people or the military need it. We want this for us so that we can fly, because we're not going to be trying to fly no information to somebody. You always have your bad apples, though. I'm telling you right now. You always have your bad apples, but don't let that one bad apple spoil it for everybody. I mean, a criminal is a criminal. If they go out and do stuff, then they get caught, they pay the price. But we need to be able to use all of the assets that we can use to make our way. And I'm not saying that you're going to get rich in a drone business, because 9 times out of 10, most people won't. But I am saying it could be a great supplement to your income and get you extra money. So I'm finished ranting and raving. Thank you guys for listening. If you listened, if you didn't listen, if you cut me off, okay, well, maybe you'll come back again some other time and listen to what I had to say. But that's the straight down and dirty on what's going on, my little research on it. As always, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, I'm Mike of Photos by Mike, making life stand still one picture at a time. You guys take it easy, and we'll catch you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.